everyone has brought a lot of despair with the COVID pandemic around the world, but regardless, we are still having food trends in bakery. And today, I wanted to cheer you folks up with a really simple recipe to make at home. And this is what's called a no-bake brookie. So, talking about frustrations, I know that we've all felt them. Going to the grocery store and finding the shelves are empty or you can't find things. Well, with this recipe, it's actually utilizing a lot of things that you probably actually already have in your kitchen that you can customize into a fusion and nostalgic dessert. So one of the biggest food trends that we've seen during this time is fusion desserts. So taking classic comfort bakes, yes, we're all wanting comfort food right now, and fusing them together to create something new. Think of a cruffin, a muffin, and a croissant mixed together, making a brand new dish. Or in this case, we are making what's known as a brookie, which is a cookie and a brownie fused together. Tell me in the comment section below what are your favorite bakes and how you'd fuse them together to create something new. Now, nostalgia is bringing a huge influence in bakery these last couple of years. And I think it really comes from comfort food and remembering things from our childhood. So I really wanted to bring that into this recipe today. We are making a brookie, which is something quite modern, but when I found out about it, it made me think. I remember a dessert from when I was a little girl, which was a combination of cookies, and it was like a brownie, but it was no bake, called a hedgehog. Today we're combining this dish, which is kind of like a hedgehog and a rocky road. So I was gonna call it well, I don't know if I can call it this. It might not be very vegan friendly, but a roadkill. So we just ended up calling it a brookie instead, which is a cookie and a brownie. But this one is no bake, so it's even easier to make. You folks out there to make this dish, and please submit it. Have a look at the comment section below so you can figure out how to do that for your chance to win a bunch of different prizes. We want to see what your Rocky Road brookie looks like too. Would you like to come train in person with myself here in the beautiful island of Naxos, Greece? Well, that's one of the prizes that you could possibly win. So don't forget, check out all the information in the description below to find out how you can enter. So for you folks out there who are lucky enough to receive a free sample of the Potato Protein Pro, I'm going to show you how to be using it today to create an incredible marshmallow topping. And for you folks who don't have the product, you can order it on our website, freefromthat.com. All the information is in the description box below, so you can try it at home too and see how easy it is to use. If you're one of our lucky customers, lucky viewers who got this for free, if it hasn't come yet, don't worry, it is in the mail, it is coming to you soon. And for you folks out there who are interested in purchasing the product, all the information is in the description box below. So I did mention that we're using a lot of ingredients that you may already have in your cupboard, or they're also simple things that you can actually buy from your corner store or your convenience store. So to start off, we need some cookies. I'm using some digestive biscuits, which are a cookie available all around the world, and these are naturally vegan. We also have some dark chocolate, so dairy-free dark chocolate. There's just no milk in there. We have some vegan margarine. You could also use coconut oil if that's what you have. We have some nuts, your choice of whatever you like. We have some dried fruits, again, your choice of what you would like. Some desiccated coconut, or again, you could just use some more nuts. We have some cocoa powder or drinking chocolate. And you will also need some sweetened condensed milk, which is vegan, but I'm actually going to show you how easy it is to make yourself with a couple of cans of coconut milk and a little bit of sugar. There are now many sweetened condensed milks which are vegan available on the markets today. I know that Nestle from the Carnation, they actually brought out a vegan version of sweetened condensed milk. So if you can get that where you are, go and get that and grab it for your convenience. So we have 800 here on the scale and we need to get that down to half of that. So like around 400. So we're gonna stick this on the heat. We're gonna bring this to a boil, reduce it down to a simmer, and we want to get this reduced by half. Another one of the great prizes that you can win by submitting your very own Rocky Road Brookie is coming to train with us online. Super interactive, and you get to make lots of recipes like this, plus all the top chef tips to become a vegan chef. Okay. So our coconut milk and our sugar is simmering away. You just want to turn it down to like a medium sort of high setting. You just don't want it bubbling over. We're going to set that aside. And whilst that's doing its thing, we can get on with our brookie. All right, so next we're going to take our vegan cookies. I'm using my digestive biscuits today. And I want to pop them straight into a big Ziploc bag or plastic bag. We're going to crush these, but I want to leave some larger pieces in here as well. Now, interesting fun fact about digestive biscuits. You might be thinking, well, that kind of sounds a bit healthy. Well, digestive biscuits are a whole wheat biscuit, and believe it or not, quite some time ago, they were actually prescribed by doctors to their patients who needed more fiber. So there you go, some history for you. So grab yourself a big rolling pin. This is something that you can do with kids as well. You want to crush them up, but as I mentioned, you want to keep some larger pieces in there too. Next up, we're going to take our cocoa powder. Now, it's always important to give it a bit of a sift because sometimes you do get some larger granules. So just sift that into a nice big bowl. And then to that, we're going to be adding our cookies. And you could make this gluten-free if you like. You could use gluten-free cookies if you want to, sugar-free cookies, whatever you want. We have our nuts. Because we're here in Greece, I'm using walnuts, and we have a lot of pistachios here because we're so close to Turkey and they add some really beautiful color. I also like to add some cherries or cranberries just because I find I like the sourness cuts through the sweetness of the cookies and the chocolate and our sweetened condensed milk, so I'm going to add those. But you could add any type of dried fruits that you like. And some desiccated coconut. I'm going to mix all of that together and set that aside until our sweetened condensed milk is ready to go. So our sweetened condensed milk has reduced by half. You'll see that the color will change a little bit, so it's ready to go. I have my dark chocolate, which is already chopped up, so I'm going to pop this straight onto my scale, tear it off. We're going to weigh in what we need, which is our 295 grams. And it will also help melt the chocolate straight away. Now, what to do with that leftover sweetened condensed milk? Well, no better way to enjoy it than an iced coffee. So grab yourself a nice chilled glass of ice, pour over your espresso, and then put in some of that sweetened condensed milk. Delicious. Cheers. Okay, so now we've taken all of our sweetened condensed milk out. We can put our chocolate, which has already started melting, back into our saucepan. Use that residual heat along with our vegan margarine, or you can use your coconut oil. And we're just going to simmer this over a low heat just until everything is melted. So all of our chocolate and our vegan margarine and condensed milk is all melted together now. So we're just going to combine everything together. So I'm going to pour this into my cookie and nut and fruit mixture. And we're going to combine this until it's thoroughly covered and everything is nice and moist. Once it's all thoroughly mixed, pop it into a lined tray. I'm using a quarter sheet cake pan, or you can just use a brownie sheet. And you want to even it out and press it down nice and firm. Now this wouldn't be a Rocky Road dessert without marshmallow, so we are making a vegan marshmallow topping for our brookie today, using the Potato Protein Pro, which is our vegan egg white replacer. So to get started, on your hot plate, you want to have a little bit of water with some glucose syrup. Very important in this recipe. Don't skip the glucose syrup. You could also use corn syrup, so those ones are interchangeable. So what you want to do is grab your sugar, and we are using agar-agar, which is our seaweed setting powder in replacement of our gelatin. Just pop that into your sugar and give that a mix. That will help disperse the powders. And then you're going to add this to your saucepan with your glucose syrup and water. And we're going to bring this up to 120 degrees Celsius, and we want to be continuously stirring this. Just because we don't want the agar-agar to get stuck down the bottom and burn. So just always give it a little bit of a stir, just making sure that it's not sticking to the bottom. So what's glucose syrup, you might be asking? Well, glucose syrup is actually an invert syrup, and basically what that means, it's going to prevent the sugar from crystallizing. So it will allow us to stir this mixture without it going hard. So if you've ever made a caramel before and you stir it and stir it and stir it, it will crystallize and everything kind of goes rock hard. So this way, we can prevent that from happening. We can continuously stir and prevent our agar-agar from burning. So if there's ever an ingredient that I'm using in one of our videos and you're not sure what it is or what it's doing, or you want to replace it, don't forget to put some comments in the comment section below and ask me and let me know so I can help you with those questions. So next off, whilst our sugar syrup is starting to boil, I have some water here in my bowl, and to that I'm going to be adding an entire packet of the Potato Protein Pro, so 20 grams. So we're going to add that to our bowl here. And very importantly, we're adding a pinch of bicarb, and that's going to help activate. Give that a bit of a mix. We want to disperse those powders, and we're going to get this onto the mixer onto a medium speed until it starts getting nice and foamy. So when I mean activate, it means the functions of this product will start to work when we add our bicarb. So some of you folks might be asking, well, what's the difference between Potato Protein 300 and Potato Protein Pro? Well, the difference between the two is the Potato Protein Pro is more user-friendly, it's easier to work with, there's no measuring of the pH of your water, and it's going to work for you every time. Potato Protein 300 is more designed for professionals and for food service businesses. As soon as it gets to 120 degrees, we're going to pour this slowly into our Potato Protein Pro foam right on the edge of our bowl. So this is very similar to how you make marshmallow in the traditional method. So once all of your sugar syrup is in, you want to let it beat on a medium-high speed until it comes to body temperature. So at the moment I can feel my bowl is really, really hot, but it should come to like our blood temperature, around 37 degrees Celsius. before we can put it on top of our brookie. So once your meringue has come to 37 degrees, you can start adding the flavor that you would like. I have some vanilla here, so I'm gonna add that and give us a whisk. Incorporate everything together. I'm using a vanilla powder, but you could also use an essence or even like a raspberry or strawberry or whatever you would like. Now we're gonna get in our color. So I'm actually going to divide half of this mixture. So I'm going to pop half in this bowl here. And add some of our color. So I have some beautiful turquoise I'm going to be adding. And to my big bowl here, I'm going to be adding some of the pink food coloring, this one here. Vegan, of course. So beautiful, soft pink. Gonna get this back on the mixer quickly and start mixing it all back up. And I'm gonna use my hand beater to mix this one up. We're gonna use our marshmallow, and I'm gonna put a little bit, just kind of do it in spots. And you do wanna work quite quickly because it does set quickly, okay? So I'm gonna put a few blobs all over. And then with our turquoise, don't these colors look great together? So much fun. And continue with our pink. Until it's all over. And then you can grab yourself your offset spatula and you can do whatever kind of design that you like. I'm just kind of like roughly mixing them together just to give it some interesting contrast and still maintaining a bit of texture as well. Okay, and then you can decorate it any way that you like. So I have some nice sprinkles here. Vegan, of course, again. And I love using dried flowers. So we're gonna add some of that for some nice contrast. And these beautiful purple ones too. So once you have your brookie all decorated with that beautiful marshmallow topping, you want to pop this into the fridge for at least a couple of hours to completely set before we slice into it and we can check out all our hard work. So there you have it, guys, our vegan Rocky Road brookie. Check out those psychedelic colors, something fun for you folks to try at home using Potato Protein Pro and some simple ingredients that you probably already have in your pantry. So I hope you enjoyed this one. I'll see you in the next video. Catch you soon.